Hello! Welcome everybody to my video. I am Rakudama. Today I'm going to be making some Princess Mononoke fan art based on a poll that I did on my Instagram. Check me out there. Asking my followers what they would like to see me draw. There we go. I got the pronouns mixed up. Here is my palette that was left over from the previous video's piece. It's disgusting because I wanted to reuse it, so I'm sorry. So without much further ado, let's get started. Exciting. So, in my previous video, I didn't use my voice because my intention was just to have subtitles throughout the whole thing because, like, who listens to their recorded voice with pleasure? Like, I don't like my voice. I think it's squeaky and annoying and like a chipmunk, but in a bad way. I don't know. Maybe my perception of my voice is just twisted. I don't know. But like, and another thing is that I mumble. Like, typically I speak really fast and I mumble because just because my face muscles are too lazy to move a lot, so my mouth doesn't move much and I just mumble. Like right now, recording this, I'm deliberately telling myself to slow down and to enunciate properly. Like, it's a learning curve. But the problem with subtitles is that I guess I'm just inexperienced because I've never had to write subtitles for a video like in any past circumstance. So like it took me like an hour to do a minute's worth of subtitles. Maybe I'm just really bad with technology. That's probably it. But like, it was just a struggle, and I wanted to have the subtitles like running throughout the entire video, you know, in place of my voice, you know. So running throughout the entire video, like talking about my intentions, my technique, who I was, but after that, you know, hour of doing 60 seconds worth of subtitles, I was just like, nah, I will sacrifice dignity for convenience and use my voice. So voila, here I am, here my voice is. So who am I? Well, I am Rakudama. Hello. Well, that's not my real name, clearly, but my name is Natasha. What am I? Like, how do I describe myself? Like, am I an illustrator? I guess an aspiring illustrator. Like, I'm not studying, like, art in college. I'm in college, but I don't study anything artsy. Like, nothing related to this painting you see me doing. Like, I do it in my free time. In a perfect world, I will be doing this for a living, but I also want to keep my options open, so it's just kind of a thing on the side, and, you know, God bless if things work out, like, you know, maybe I could do this far into the future. But for the time being, I'm just honing my skills at home. I am from Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, woo. That's where I am situated. Right now I'm just, like, the art you see me do is not really for any financial benefit. It's really just for my own enjoyment. It's what I like to do. I think I'm decent at it. You know, I try to get a following and stuff, but ultimately it's just for my own enjoyment, and yeah, it's just what I like to do, and I want to share it with people, and I hope that it makes people happy, or that, you know, if I want to toot my own horn a little bit, like, maybe it could inspire people. So yeah, welcome to my channel, I guess. This is me, this is what I do, just for fun. Hope you have a fun time too. Yeah. Okay, so I should probably get into, first of all, look at this beautiful thing that the sunlight is doing through the window, like, aesthetic. But in hindsight, I probably should have opened the window a bit, because like half the painting is plunged into darkness, but that is for future Natasha to fix. So I should probably talk a bit more about like what I'm painting. So like I said, this is inspired by Princess Mononoke. Can I say inspired by if it's like literally Princess Mononoke? It's like, it's not loosely based on it, it's like literally directly referring to it. Anyways, putting the semiotics aside. So what inspired this piece? Well, first of all, a while ago I put a poll out on my Instagram story. You should check it out. It's Rakadama on Instagram. Anyways, on my story I made a poll because I just was in the mood to do some fan art and I wanted to hone my skills and I wanted to be given like a challenge. So I asked others to request me to draw something. So the poll was either Princess Mononoke or Howl's Moving Castle because they're my top 2 favorite Studio Ghibli films. And Howl's Moving Castle won, but by literally 3 votes. So because it was such a close call, I decided, okay, then I should probably also do Princess Mononoke afterwards. And even if you know, Howl's Moving Castle won by a landslide, I still would have done Princess Mononoke because I adore this movie. It's actually my favorite. So yeah, in the previous video was Howl's Moving Castle, and this one is Princess Mononoke. So I rewatched it after, like, I hadn't watched this movie in years despite it being my favorite. And like at the same time that I watched this movie, I was also in like this, I was having this phase where I kept watching animal documentaries. Like I kept watching like Planet Earth and like Our Planet on Netflix, and they were very like, I mean I'm struggling. They had, you know, good doses of wholesomeness and like cute animals for you to fawn over. But then like ultimately the message at the end was like, you see this cute baby penguin? Well, if you don't solve climate change, they will die, you know? So I was very roused into action. Or, well, not action, painting doesn't solve the issue. But, you know, I was riled up. And I was like, oh my god, no, the baby penguins. So, because it's, you know, Princess Mononoke is also about, you know, the environment and stuff. Yeah, that kind of influenced how this painting ended up looking like. Like the previous Howl's Moving Castle piece is like very wholesome, very like whimsical. I use super positive, bright colors. If you haven't watched it, check it out. It's great. It's a fun time. But like I was initially gonna do like, I was actually gonna like draw like this really wholesome piece with like Ashitaka and San, like, and you know, green grass, the flowers are blooming, the birds are singing, like, oh, it's all so wholesome. But then like when I was sketching out the plans for it, I just thought of the sad animal documentaries and like the baby penguins that will die because of greenhouse gases, and like I ended up just planning something really angry. Like, yeah, like even looking at when I looked at the final piece, like when I looked at the sketch, even like I could like it feels like a very angry piece. Like essentially what's happening in the painting is like the forest is on fire. Like there's a scene where, okay, spoilers if you haven't watched it, but you should probably go watch it before you watch my video. There's a scene where Ashitaka learns where the boar, whose name I forgot, I think his name is Nago, the boar that gave him, like, messed up his arm, that boar, like he learns the origin story of the boar. And there's this scene when Lady Eboshi and her riflemen finally defeat Nago, I think, the boar god. And there's this one scene where he's like running through the forest screeching and the whole forest is on fire, and there's a lot of pain evoked in that one image alone. And so this piece is like heavily inspired on that one, like those very few frames in the movie. Like the idea is that the forest is on fire, or there is fire in the distance, hence the yellows and the oranges, and the animals of the forest are all running from something. and it's kind of like proportionate, like they don't obey the laws of physics in this painting. Like the deer are floating and the wolves are also floating and everything, but I just kind of wanted it to be like more symbolic than actual animals running. Like one thing that I discovered when I was painting the Howl's Moving Castle piece was that so this whole thing is me trying to find like a style, and one thing I found that I really like drawing is like fever dream style paintings. Like everything's just really surreal and like I'm sure there's a word for this, but I'm not smart enough to know it. Like the opposite of minimalism. Like everything on the page crammed in, like every little detail crammed into like this one piece of paper, and like just things everywhere, like so much going on. Just like this piece, like what I tried to do with the Howl's Moving Castle piece, like just a fever dream aesthetic, if we can call it that. So yeah, I wanted like this, I guess in a way is also a fever dream, like a nightmare, I guess, instead of a nice whimsical one. So yeah, that was the rationale. Also, like there's like little kodama falling out of the trees, and that was inspired by the scene where, again, spoilers, but I've already spoiled it. There's a scene where, like at the end, when Lady Eboshi beheads the forest spirit. Oh my god, what is his name? Like the ultimate forest god, that guy, the big deer with the face of a monkey. Like that guy, when she beheads him, like the kodama fall out of the trees. Something about that was like really devastating. Like I was like, I love the kodama. Like literally my name, Rakodama, Kodama comes from Princess Mononoke origin story. Like, so I was like really sad because like, oh my god, these cute little creatures, and they're being like not even like violently thrust out of the trees, like slowly cascading. Like it's like a slow realization of the devastation, you know? Like it's I don't know, something very sad about that moment. So I wanted to draw them, and like San, calling her that because Princess Mononoke is very long. San, like she's like, while all the other animals in the picture like focused on running away, she's looking up because she's had a moment to notice that all the kodama are falling out of the trees. So yeah, dark stuff. Also, I should probably touch on why I'm doing this like Studio Ghibli series in the first place. Well, my goal here, like my mission right now, my long-term goal as an artist is to find a style. Like I don't have one. Like I don't know anybody whose style is as inconsistent as me. Like I'm just like, it feels like every day I'm inspired to do something different based on or inspired by someone different, and then like in the end I end up having such a messy portfolio. And it's like, what, as an artist, what are you? Who are you? Well, I don't know, because everything's so different. So in giving myself this project, like this Studio Ghibli thing, and also asking my followers what they want to see, it kind of holds me accountable that I will first of all finish this project. Well, it's not a project, I'm not like out to draw every Studio Ghibli movie, but I guess just project in a small sense, like the Howl's Moving Castle piece and this one is just me given like a challenge, a task to portray this movie and to find a style in the meantime. Find out, like, do something different every piece. Like for example, here I'm inking with a brush, unlike the Howl's Moving Castle piece, which I found that I love. I like, look, beautiful, like it's so expressive. Like I don't think I will ever ink with a pen ever again. Like inking with a brush was so enjoyable. So yeah, that's a permanent thing. So every piece I want to do something different and experiment essentially with what I like and what I don't like to do, and hopefully by the end of it I will, you know, end up with something consistent. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I also want to, like, I feel like my previous pieces, if you go on my Instagram and like scroll really far down, I feel like my previous pieces are all really stiff. I've also been told in the past that my pieces are really stiff. Like it's evident that I can draw and like I'm very detailed, but like it's not, for art it's not very emotional. Like I think, like, I don't know, like I wish my forms were more fluid, I wish my colors were more striking, and I wish my pieces had more intention rather than just like banging out piece after piece because I'm insecure about not having a portfolio, and then it just kind of feels like I'm making art for the sake of getting it done with. Like, for example, I think this piece is like pretty damn emotional. Like I can feel like it feels pretty damn angry. Like when I look, can I say damn on YouTube? Oh my god. Okay, hopefully they didn't notice that. Darn, is that better? Gosh, diddly dang it. Oh no, that's still dang. Ah. Okay, whatever. Like, it's not like they're gonna monetize this video anyway. It's only my second. Oh well. I'm still learning the ropes, y'all. Where was I? Ah, yeah, okay, my art journey. So, yeah. Basically, I'm trying to channel more emotion into my pieces, find something consistent in terms of style, but also, like, emotional expression. Like, after I've found, like, a solid style, I want to start moving into pieces that are highly personal. Like, I've got a lot of ideas, but I just don't want to execute. You know when you, like, have a project and then for you fellow artists out there, like you have like one dream passion project that you want to like spend the rest of your life doing, but you only want to save it till the moment where you think your skills are adequate, but then like your skills will always be improving. Like your skills could always be better than they currently are, so that's another crisis. But essentially, yeah, I do want to at least get having a consistent style down, knowing how to employ my emotions and have more fluid art. Yeah. And then I will start with things that are less like fan art and more like personal to me. Yeah. But that is, I think that's all pretty far off still. Like right now I just gotta focus on like these particular pieces. And so far I'm having fun doing so. Like I'm really proud of this piece. Like look at it. Like, oh, striking, amazing, love it. Like it's better than I thought it was gonna turn out. Like, there we go, I've cleared the table so you can see. But yeah, I'm really proud of this piece. I can't wait to make more. Like look, so cute, great. I'm tooting my own horn here, but like I'm so happy with how this piece turned out. Hopefully with each piece I will be even happier with my skills and the outcomes, and I will have a strong portfolio and all of that nice stuff. So yeah, thank you for watching, thank you for listening to me rant. Please do follow me if you haven't. Thank you.